I'm digging that Orange Crush Zero.
Right. Oh, the Orange Crush Zero. Yeah, but also Mountain Dew Zero. Look at that.
Not a sponsor.
Ooh, no.
But we're open.
Hit us up, Mountain Dew.
Yep, we're open.
Yes. Welcome to the movie Madhouse. I'm Rob.
I'm James.
I'm Jason.
Yes. How did things go last week?
It went.
Yes.
It
It was short and sweet.
Yep.
Yes.
Just the two of us. And it was not being an odd night and everything. Like, just, yeah, it went quick.
Yeah,
But
I apologize. I'm so out of it after CKX.
I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. And now you're gearing up for the shoot. So
We did a camera test last night with Walt.
yeah, I saw that picture there.
Yes. That's a good camera he's got.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What is it? 8K?
Yeah, I can go up to 8K.
Okay.
We're only filming in 4.
Okay.
Nice.
Don't want to be too crazy.
All right.
Considering when it goes on Bell, it's only HD.
That's true.
So.
Yes.
But yeah, it was fun doing that.
Awesome.
But yeah. So did you guys talk CKX at all?
Yeah, we a little bit, but not a whole
A
lot.
little bit. I forgot to mention that it took me till the second day, but I found Alphonse.
Alfonso?
He had a hard time finding him apparently.
Really? He's in the same spot every year, that
Well,
guy.
I know, but it was like comics
Studio Comics Press.
Studio Comics Press. And I probably walked by it several times the first time. And he may have had his head down or he wasn't there. Then
Okay.
the second time, it's like, well, he's right. He's at the Studio Comics. And I go over there. No, there he is.
Yep.
And he looks up. He's like, oh, yeah.
And he's got these like sidebars on his table.
Yep.
And he would sit behind them.
Yeah.
So
That might be why it seemed like a lot of the times when I walked by, I didn't see him there. He might have been hiding.
Yep.
Had his hat down.
Yeah. But he wandered too, because I caught him out on the floor a few times.
I think
Oh,
that's where I
okay.
saw him more. It was
Yep.
wandering. So
Yep. But I'm glad you guys had a good time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Saw Ryan there the second day.
Ryan.
Richardson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That guy.
Just made an appearance.
He was in the cosplay contest.
He told me after, because he had kind of the outfit on, but his helmet off. And I wonder why his head was all sweaty. He's like,
Yep.
but I didn't know he was there. He
Who-
said,
Who
I
was
told
he?
him he was Moff Gideon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Because I
No, I
heard
missed it.
Jeff say up on stage that there's a Moff Gideon walking around, and whoever he was talking to was dressed as Mando.
Din Djarin.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he said he told you he was dressing up as
Princess Leia.
Just like-
I made a special trip to that cosplay stage, and that's like, wait a minute.
denied.
That's not Princess Leia.
that was funny.
Yeah. But it was a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Like the numbers look good.
Actually, the numbers were a bit down attendance wise.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't seem like it.
Yeah. I would not have guessed that.
But I found out a lot of the shows this year that have gone on so far are a little low.
Okay.
But I just think that's the economy right now.
That's
People
most
are
likely.
like
Yeah.
nervous, and I get it
Yep.
100%. I didn't buy squat this weekend or last weekend, and sometimes I always buy a few things.
Outside of like a couple of the autographs and whatnot, I bought one Funko Pop, which is a Christmas present for Landon. So
Yep.
that's the only thing I bought.
Picked up a few more custom D20s
Oh yes.
from the same lady who had them last year. It's the ones that they're D20s. They're nice, design, clear, different colors, and it's 1 to 20. But the one is fuck.
Oh well, because that's what you yell when you see it.
Yep.
Told me last year that she sells a great deal of them in Chatham.
Yeah. What do you know? Remember the name of the person or where they were?
They were opposite the celebs.
Old Bat Dice.
Yes.
You know what? Talk amongst yourself for just a second. I gotta go get something.
Okay. Did I mention the story of what happened with Mike and how Mike got mad at me because I pointed him towards a booth?
No.
There was one booth, I think near Studio Comics. He had a bunch of VHS tapes.
Yeah. I picked up a couple CDs from there. I picked up the Tool Opiate, and then I picked up a CD for my wife. It was, I can't remember at the moment. Go on.
Well, as they were setting up Saturday morning, I walked by, and right in the box right up front, I saw one particular VHS, and I'm like, Mike's been collecting VHS. I know he's gonna want that one. It was Heavy Metal.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
I've heard this story.
Yeah, we don't have a VCR anymore.
Mike got one like a couple months ago, and he's been slowly building a tape collection again. So I saw Heavy Metal, and I looked at the guy and I said, my buddy's probably going to come through here, and he'll probably grab that Heavy Metal. You wait. So when I did see Mike, I said, hey, if you check out, there's a vendor over there who's got some VHS tapes. There's one there that I know you're going to want to see. You'll probably grab. But I didn't tell him what.
Okay.
So, a few hours go by, and he comes back around, and he's pissed off at me. So he reaches into his bag, and he pulled out 3 tapes. Demolition Man. Okay, cool. Heavy Metal. I was right.
Yeah.
But it was what he saw as he held Heavy Metal up. He told me the specifics of how it happened. He held it up in front of his face like this, and then the tape on the shelf right there, like his focus shifted. Boom.
Yeah.
Clerks, the animated series, uncensored on VHS.
Oh, I used to have that.
Yeah.
I would have never thought that was on VHS. I thought for sure that was a DVD thing.
No, I owned it on VHS. My buddy Bevan had it on DVD because I had the commentaries and stuff. But yeah, that's where I first owned it.
Well, he saw it, and he, of course, had to look at it. He was wearing his movie shirt. Even the dude said, "Him, look, you're going to buy it. You're wearing the shirt." And he looked, and then he saw $60.
Fuck that.
Yeah, he just went, fuck. And
like he rolled a 1.
His son Carter was standing there, and he goes, "Is that exasperation because you want it, or because you're buying it?" He said, "Shut up."
If it was bundled with VHS of all 3 Clerks movies,
nope, just the animated series
and soundtracks, and no, it's not worth 60.
Yeah, he was pretty ticked off. He thought I set him up for that. I'm like, no, Heavy Metal was the only one I saw.
If I saw it, I would have bought it.
Yeah.
So, old Bat Dice and the people that they were with at that table was misprinted. I kind of tasked them with a job.
Oh.
Because Pros with Cons needed a die.
Oh, yeah.
Right? With the new cards.
Right.
Okay.
So, we have Bullhorn.
Nice.
Dr. Stevel.
Nice.
Of course.
And that's Bullhorn again. Maple Marauder.
Apes.
So these are the dice that printed the master.
Okay.
And then Joe from Old Bat Dice crafted them all out of resin.
Very cool.
So there's colors and whatnot. So I gotta make sure you guys get one before you leave for your games.
Very cool.
Yes. So these guys are amazing. Misprinted and Old Bat Dice.
I looked at their stuff. They got some pretty nice stuff, but I am one of those rare gamers that doesn't need to hoard a mountain of dice.
No,
you're not a gamer then.
I've got 2 sets of metal D&D dice that I fluctuate between with my current playing, and then I probably have 3 other sets.
Dude, I haven't role played now how many years. I got a big tin full of dice still.
Oh, my wife bought me a bag that looks like a D20. It's like leather panels, and it's full of dice, random dice. So
see, that's cool.
Nice.
I got a big D20 sitting over there, but it's a counter one. It's one of the big counters.
Oh, okay.
So they're in a row.
I've got one that's about like small baseball size that I keep when I ran a game. That was when the Big Boss came out.
Boom.
And then I have one that's probably about golf ball sized that I keep in my car at all times because you never know.
Exactly. You need one with fuck on it. That's God damn it. Okay. So
The topic.
Boom, boom, boom. Top 5 heist movies.
Yes. Which is probably my favorite genre, like subgenre, whatever you want to call it. This is the discussion we were having before we went on air. Heist movies, like what's considered a heist movie is pretty broad.
Well, actually, no, but it's how it can be used because it's literally a group of people going somewhere, stealing something and leaving.
Yeah, but I feel like there's some movies that they consider heist movies, but the heist is like 5 minutes of the movie, and the rest is all everything after, or and I don't know if I can consider that a full-on heist movie.
Fair enough, because I think one of mine I picked has a thing in the middle, as opposed to the whole movie being about it.
Yeah, see, and that's where I kind of struggle a little bit with the list. My problem with making this list was more the ranking, because I have some of my favorites, and it's hard to who's number one, who's number two. So it changed a bunch.
Speak of the devil.
Hey, Alfonso.
Yes, we were just talking about you.
Yep. Were your ears burning?
Probably. All right, number 5, Jason.
So my number 5. And basically, these are the ones that my top 5 are the ones that I do revisit semi-regularly, or very regularly. So my number 5 is from 2003. It's called Foolproof.
Oh, that was on my list.
It stars Ryan Reynolds, long before he was blowing up.
I've never heard of this one.
It's a Canadian film. It was actually, I believe, something like the first film that was financed by the Canadian Film Board when they had a new initiative for Canadian filmmaking.
Really?
It has something to do with with financing from the Canadian Film Board or something like that.
It was also like one of the few big wide releases and high grossing in Canada.
Yes.
It's him and Kristen Booth is the female lead. I don't know any of the other actors because there's not a lot of big named actors.
The bad guy was David Suchet.
Is that his name?
Hercule Poirot.
He looked familiar from something, but I couldn't place him.
He usually plays bad guys.
Well, he played a bad guy. It's Reynolds, Kristen Booth, and then they have one other friend, and they plan heists for like a diamond exchange and stuff just for fun.
For fun, yeah.
For fun. But they recon and then they test stuff. They learn everything and they plot it out. And they get they give themselves points for how well they could do this. It's just for fun. They never use them, right? But of course, people catch eyes and they catch something fishy going on, right? Well, somebody steals their plans for one of their heists, and it works. They get away with it. So immediately they're looking at Reynolds and his crew. So then they get pulled into by this crime guy, this crime boss who wants them to pull another heist, and it's the heist that they pull off, but then how they get out from this crime boss. And
okay,
I think it came out either shortly before or shortly after Van Wilder.
It's 2003. I don't know when Van Wilder dropped.
Van Wilder might have been.
I'm not sure.
Might have been before. I believe I still have that DVD at home. I think it's one of the few ones that comes with a soundtrack.
I couldn't tell you.
2002 for Van Wilder.
Okay, so the following year.
Yep.
So he was just starting to become a name at that point.
Summon me.
Yeah. That's what happens when you say his name 3 times.
But Foolproof, it's a really fun flick. It's got some nice twists that you won't see coming. And it plays nicely, has a nice ending that kind of really goes, wow, they really did that. Like, yeah, okay. It's fun.
Let's see what year yours is, because mine's 2003. So yours needs to be 2003.
Oh, I'm only off by 14 years.
Not bad.
My number 5 is from 2017. It's called The Vault.
Alfonso now wants to watch Foolproof.
Oh, highly recommend.
The Vault.
CanCon.
Oh, wait a minute. That's the James Franco one.
That is the James Franco one.
I've not heard of this one.
I'm not entirely surprised because it was direct to video, I believe. And James Franco, it's more than a cameo.
It's not a thing anymore, buddy. It's direct to streaming.
That's true.
I don't know what streaming service this is on. I just picked up the DVD from Walmart, I think. He's I'd say a minor supporting character. It's more than a cameo. But you have these 2 sisters and their crew, and they're robbing a bank with the typical, she's interviewing for a job, and oh, surprise, surprise, she's in on the bank job. And they only get $70,000, but the bank manager, played by James Franco, tells them where they can get 6 million more, there's the old original vault down in the basement.
That's right. This is kind of horror-ish.
It's kind of horror-ish.
Really?
And you get like sort of like phantom robbers with like creepy looking white masks. They're even on the cover of the DVD. That like members of the crew start getting brutally murdered down in the basement, but they're not seeing anything on the cameras and stuff. So
I haven't seen it. I've seen clips, and Christina watched it.
A horror heist movie.
Yeah.
The only thing I've heard that even close to that was the zombie one. That was it Army of the Dead or something.
I still have to see that Zack Snyder one. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that's technically a heist. Yeah. That wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have watched it. I don't remember. It was during the Green Fog days.
Yeah. Well, it was also during COVID, so
That's true.
the blip. That's what I call it. 3 years gone.
Yep.
Just like that.
But yeah, most of the cast you wouldn't really recognize except for James Franco, and I think one of Eastwood's daughters is in there.
Eastwood has daughters.
Eastwood has daughters. It is I think it's Francesca Eastwood. She looks a lot like Frances Fisher, who is her mother.
I only know he had a son, Scott. So that's the only one I've seen.
Is there Sam too?
I've only seen Scott.
There's Scott, who looks exactly like him, and Scott Francesca. He probably has at least one or two more.
Well, you weren't 2003, but
Nope.
okay. Mine's from 2003. It's a remake of one of the best heist movies, but I like the remake more because Charlize is in it.
Ooh,
The Italian Job.
nice. I've
Yeah.
only ever seen that once, but I've watched the gag reel like 100 times.
That was in my top 5, but moved down to honorable mentions because I
Yeah.
watched the hell out of that when it
so
came
do I.
out.
Yeah.
Seth Green making fun of Jason Statham.
I am the Napster.
Yeah.
Call me the Napster.
They did a nice modern twist on that movie.
Yeah, I never saw the original.
Yeah. Oh, the original's good,
Michael Caine.
but it's so dated,
Yeah,
And now this one will probably be in about 30 years. So nobody drives Austin Minis or Fiats anymore.
yeah, but I really did like that movie. So, like, I watched the hell out of that movie.
Yep. So
Edward Norton was such a prick.
he's like that in most movies.
Yeah, but how they pointed out that he had no original ideas. They're showing how he's spending his money. Oh, he's got the floor that I wanted. Oh, he's got the car that I wanted. He's got the sound system that I wanted. Like,
oh, it's such a fun watch. That's my go-to background movie.
Okay.
Which sucks because then I spend most of the time watching the screen instead of doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But yeah.
But
all right.
It even starts out with that first job where they drop the vault through the floors.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? You're literally dropping it 3 floors down?
If it works.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Look at Vin Diesel and what's his name? They just ripped the whole vault out of the police station. So
that's true.
right.
Make my list. Oh, that's somewhere.
That is technically a heist movie. Yeah.
It's in my honorable mentions.
Okay. Well, what's your number 4 then?
My number 4 from 2017.
Oh,
Baby Driver.
Oh yeah, that's one of those ones that's multiple heists. In the movie.
Yes. Like Kevin Spacey, like as troublesome as he may be with his reputation, Kevin Spacey's cool. Like he's the planner, right? Brings them everybody together. But John Bernthal is in it in the first heist, and it's just John Bernthal being a badass. But then along comes John Hamm, and I don't know the girl in it, but they're in the first heist, and then they're brought back later for the later heist for the climax of the movie.
It's also one of the few where, like, Jamie Foxx is playing a legit badass.
He's a badass, but he's a
evil
psychopath.
Evil badass. Yeah,
pretty much a psychopath.
Flea's in it too.
He is?
Really?
Oh, that's right. Yes,
he plays Eddie.
Yes, he is. He's one of the. Is he the one that gets shot? No. Because during the second heist, well, for one, he grabbed Mike Myers masks, and it was supposed to be Michael Myers.
Yeah.
But he grabbed Austin Powers masks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, it was the other dude in that crew who he left his shotgun behind. So when they circle back together, he's not with Jamie Foxx, and he's don't worry about him, he's gone. Like he took him out, he got rid of him because he was a loose end. And but John Hamm, his turn in it, he becomes a rampaging psycho.
See, I still haven't seen this one.
It's what is that the lead actor's name?
Where is it? I just had it here. Ansel Elgort.
And yes,
Yeah.
The whole idea of what he is, he's got trouble hearing. Like so he listens to music with an ear pod in all the time. And it just everything he does is based on the music. So in the first heist, he's got his timing for when he's driving set to a certain song. So it opens with this song that you've never heard, but it's a friggin' jam.
And they sync
Bell
it,
bottoms.
and it syncs to the movie.
Yeah, like his wipers are to the beat of the music, and
that's cool.
But the car stunts pretty friggin' awesome. It's a fun flick, and I think they're doing a sequel.
Really?
I thought I heard that Baby Driver 2 is in the works.
What?
I have not heard that, but it did well, and it's well regarded because it's Edgar Wright.
That's right. It was Edgar Wright.
Yeah.
That's why I love it so much, because Edgar Wright can do no wrong for me.
I still haven't seen Last Night in Soho.
I don't see anything here.
Okay.
Because that Ansel dude only has one thing coming up called Faster Than Horses.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I misheard that then.
Could be just a good rumor.
Yeah. But it's fun. The music in it is pretty awesome. You want a good soundtrack. It's got some good music.
I like it. I do have to watch it.
But and to see John Hamm going in that direction where he just becomes like spoiler, something happens to his girl. All right. And when something happens to his girl, he sees red. That's the line in the movie. When he sees red. Well, when he sees red, he's freaking terrifying. He's like a Terminator.
Yeah, I gotta see this.
I cannot recommend it enough.
Okay. Well, James, is this one 2003 or is this a 2017?
Well, this is closer. This is 1997.
No, it's not closer, dude.
It's closer to 2003.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. This one from 1997. This is Truth or Consequences, New Mexico.
Okay.
Is directed and starring Kiefer Sutherland. And they basically rip off a drug dealer and go on the run. Take a couple hostages who get Stockholm syndrome, but you got Kiefer Sutherland playing kind of a psycho in there. Vincent Gallo. You have Martin Sheen as he's sort of like a mob enforcer or something, going after them.
Martin Sheen.
I haven't seen this since it came out. I haven't seen this.
Kevin Pollak's in there. McKelty Williams. It's got a great cast, great soundtrack. And it had a great tagline that I saw in the college newspaper before it came out. It's like, what, life's short, why behave? Something like that.
I feel like that's one of the titles that I saw on the shelf at like a video store, but I never pulled the trigger on it.
Because that was back when Kiefer was in 24 and whatnot. Like, I was watching everything he was in.
Yeah. And yeah, well, there was a free college newspaper that we would always find outside our res, and it had like the artsy movies and stuff. So and that was listed in there. So I would see those occasionally and look for those when I was downtown in Toronto.
Kim Dickens is in it.
Kim Dickens, yeah.
I don't know who that
From Fear the Walking Dead and Sons of Anarchy.
Who was she on Sons?
She was part of the one brothel.
Okay.
She was the main mother.
I think I know who you're talking. Okay, yeah, she looks familiar, yeah.
That lady. Oh, that didn't really blow up, did it? But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she does look familiar, yeah.
She was also in Deadwood.
Yep.
Well, Kevin Pollak is in this. I love Kevin Pollak.
Yep. Yeah.
John C. McGinley. Rod Steiger.
Max Perlich.
Yep. There he is. Just read that name.
Rod Steiger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 97. Yeah, okay, because I would have thought he'd be way old by then.
Well, he was old then. He was always old.
Yeah, he passed away in 2002.
Okay, so he was old in it. Let me guess, he was probably the mob boss they stole from?
I don't remember, to be
no,
totally
I
honest.
think they steal from John C. McGinley.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, Steiger may have been like the ultimate boss, the guy that he gets a job at a warehouse and then rips them off. That's John C. McGinley. So
See, these guys rip him off. Then he goes out and he hires Mr. Blonde, Mr. White, Mr. Pink to get his stuff back. That's how they're connected.
Okay, got it.
See?
Oh yeah, he was in that one.
Yes, he was. All right. Well, mine's 2019
that was not
Oh.
Rod Steiger.
in Reservoir Dogs.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was.
No. I'll tell you who that was. His name escapes me at the moment. It was
Now I gotta look too.
Lawrence Tierney.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Old bald guy. It's easy to make.
They all
Yeah.
look the same to me.
Yeah.
That's-
Old bald white guys, they all look the same.
exactly. All right. Well, mine is one that you'll probably question from 2019.
Uh-huh.
Avengers Endgame. It is
I-
a time heist.
It was
movie.
on. It
Yeah,
was on my
no.
list for a little bit. Yeah.
I won't dispute that. I won't, because
Yeah.
it is technically a heist movie with what they have
It's
to do.
a
so,
part of it. Yeah.
Yes.
But you're
so
right. It's not a heist
It's not a full
movie.
heist movie, but I can see how it would qualify, sure.
And I go back to this so much.
Just
Oh,
like
yeah.
there's a couple Star Wars movies that technically fit the heist idea.
Maybe.
So
Avengers
Technically.
Endgame is a damn near flawless movie.
It is so good.
Yeah.
I'm toying with the idea of doing another MCU phase, like running through it all again.
Yeah. There's only 36 movies.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm only up to Endgame because I have not watched Quantum Mania yet.
Oh, so you haven't seen Thunderbolts?
I haven't seen Thunderbolts. I haven't
so
watched
much fun.
Captain America: Brave New World. I'm hearing good things about Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts is so much fun.
I
Absolutely.
am hearing good things, so
Nice.
I will probably check that one out because some people are saying it's a step in the right direction again.
I'm gonna spoil one thing for you to save you the heartache I had to go through. That poster has got 6 people on it.
Uh-huh.
Fuck that poster.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Okay.
Only 5 of them are in the Thunderbolts.
I heard.
Okay.
I heard a spoiler about someone dying early,
Really, like in the
Okay.
first 8 minutes of the movie.
which sucks because that character is so cool.
And it's like, why was that character even there then?
I'm gonna make a guess. You don't have to acknowledge, but is it Taskmaster?
I will never say.
Okay.
Okay. I will never say.
Just based on what the clips I've seen and whatnot, that's my suspicion.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like the whole premise is like, what's her name? Yelena's working for Val, right?
Right.
She's trying to, she's under impeachment in the government right now because she's going outside of her mandate.
Okay.
So Yelena's going around cleaning up all the spots so that there's no proof.
Oh.
And she goes, she talks to the Red Guardian. He goes, you need to be out in the public, get people see your face. So she goes to her, goes, I'll do one last one. And then I want something more public facing. So they send her to this one complex to like burn it up. And she gets there and all these other people are there. So they start big fighting, boom, 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 realize they've all been sent there so they can all be wiped out.
Oh, geez.
Right. But that's what I mean. Like, why was Taskmaster even in it?
Yeah.
There was no reason whatsoever.
It seems to me like they got a lot of hate for what they did to Taskmaster compared to the comics.
Maybe they're going to revamp
Is
it. That's
that-
what Cam said.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
Take that one out of the equation so that with all the multiverse shenanigans we're about to get with the new stuff.
The more I've been hearing about the movie, I get a very Suicide Squad feeling about it.
Well, that's what it is.
Essentially, because in Suicide Squad, you think Enchantress is part of the team. She splits from the team early on, becomes the main villain. What happens in this one? Bob.
But Bob was never part of the team.
No, but they're making you think he is because he's on the poster with them.
He asked them to change the name.
Yeah, because he just played a Bob in Maverick.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's getting typecast as Bob's.
Right? That's okay. When I first saw the trailer, I'm thinking, Bob, that's Bob from Hydra. But
Yep.
it's not Bob from Hydra.
Really?
No.
Really?
No,
Oh,
it's not.
boo.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm not.
I still really want to see this movie because I love Red Guardian, where he's just like, he's geeking out over Winter Soldier. He's like, that guy is so cool. And then he flips the car.
There's a scene in there. This doesn't give anything away. Well, it kind of does. Okay, I won't say it. Never mind. You go watch the movie.
Yeah.
All right, where were we? Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Number 3, Jason.
Squirrel.
2002, Stark Raving Mad. And I know I talked about this one.
Is this a Stifler?
Has Stifler, yes.
I never got around to this.
Sean William Scott. It's low rent. I don't know if it's Canadian made. I'm not sure. Sean William Scott's and Lou Diamond Phillips in a small role as the boss that he is trying to get. He's the heist he's trying to pull is for him. Sean William Scott's running an after hours rave that's questionably legal to cover the heist that they're trying to break into the bank vault next door.
Okay.
So he's using the rave as distraction, and at certain times he has the DJ. He's supposed to play a certain record that's going to get a certain peak loudness for when they set off explosives.
Okay.
But it's a rave. Do you think anything's going to go exactly to plan? Especially considering all his team they're not the most professional people. His explosives expert is a guy who works as a technician roadie for like rock bands doing pyrotechnics.
Right.
His bank vault expert is like the reject son of like the Pinkerton family. He's very superstitious. It's like that he's got this weird crew of rejects, and of course nothing goes smoothly to plan, but he's the straight man in it too. Sean William Scott, who was always Stifler, or he was the weird character, a weird character in a Kevin Smith movie.
He's a straight man?
He's the straight man in this. He is not silly at all in this movie because he's running the joint, keeping everything moving while dealing with the crazy shenanigans that can occur at an after hours rave.
All right, this I gotta see.
Including a snake getting loose. A large python gets loose.
Are they on a plane? Because
No,
that will be a no
It's
starter.
not on a
for me.
plane.
Okay,
It's not on a plane.
we're good then.
But yeah, it's one that I randomly saw on the shelf at the video movie shop. Really pushing my age there. The video movie shop, and I just that's the guy from American Pie. And I read it. I'm checking this out, and I've instantly fell in love with it.
Yeah, another one where it's Stifler playing against type is the original Final Destination, where he's kind of like the dork that everyone pushes around.
Yeah,
I completely forget he's in that movie, but I've never gone back to those.
Oh.
I watched them when they first came out, and that was it.
Yeah, but then you go back and watch that after seeing Road Trip and American Pie, and it's like, wow, he's really the guy who gets picked on in that movie.
there's another Stark Raving Man.
Not the same. No, the one I'm talking is 2002.
I think the other one's a TV show.
It
I
is.
saw
Yeah.
briefly. Can't remember who's in
There
it.
we go. Okay, James, number 3.
My number 3 is from 2018.
You're all over the place.
This one's called Monster Party. This one, you wouldn't recognize the main cast in it, but it's got Lance Reddick in there, Julian McMahon, Bill Engvall is in there, but the main cast, they're tasked with robbing this rich person's mansion because they're holding the one guy's father hostage, the crime bosses. So they pose as the waiting staff and waiting until like this fancy dinner is going on, and they're casing the joint. They're gonna rob, I think, some diamonds from there. Well, as it turns out, the big dinner that's going on is for a group of friends who are part of a sort of a anonymous recovery group for serial killers.
Okay.
This is what kind of made me think of it, because I saw this movie and then you told me about Vicious Fun, where I picked it up at CKX last year or the year before.
I'm literally trying to figure out which one came first.
I think Monster Party, because it's 2018.
I see.
But different settings.
2020.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
But when things kick off, it's pretty entertaining.
Look at that. It's also got Julian McMahon and Aaron Moriarty.
Starlight from The Boys.
Yeah. Robin Tunney.
Yeah.
From The Craft.
Yeah.
Okay. I might have
Monster
to
Party. See, I hear that title and I immediately think, what is it, like Dracula and Frankenstein's monster and whatnot, trying to pull a heist?
Well, the funny thing is, in 2003, Macaulay Culkin was in Party Monster.
Yeah.
So
Not the same movie.
no. Okay. Good pick.
I'm curious about that one.
So am I. But now my number 3 is like the ultimate of heist films for number 3.
Okay.
And it made a career for Bruce Willis.
Oh.
One of the best Christmas movies of all time. Die Hard.
See, I
Is a heist
I
movie.
know.
so is Die Hard with a Vengeance, which I almost put on because that technically is
Yeah.
a heist movie.
Technically, all of the
I don't know.
Die Hard movies are
Not
because
the
they're
second one.
Not
Because
the
they're
second
just
one?
trying to break a guy out of prison.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, the fourth one definitely is,
yeah.
but again, they're too actiony for me to
Is
really.
the fourth one really though? Because that's a guy who's kind of getting revenge on the
No,
system.
but he's still trying to steal the entire collected wealth of the United States.
Oh, that's true.
Considered a heist. Yeah.
I literally just watched it like 2 weeks ago.
I think 2 would be the only one because they're literally just trying to get a guy out of prison.
I think it's a heist in number 5 too. It's just in Russia.
I forget that one even exists.
Oh, it's so good.
That's not what I heard. So
Well, you haven't seen it, so
Yep. Can't judge till you watch it.
I know Die Hard is a heist movie,
Yes,
but
it
again,
is.
that's to me that's more in the action vein. So
Yeah.
it's hard for me to take it that way.
Hans is there for the money.
I get it.
yeah.
No, I can't. I don't argue that it's a heist movie because it is,
And I do watch the crap out of that movie.
of course.
So every Christmas.
I'm curious. I'm curious what's higher on the list for heist movies for you over Die Hard.
There you go. Now we'll find out. Okay, let's get there. Jason, number 2.
Number 2, and yeah, for some reason this is from 2017, but I go back to this movie like a lot. Logan Lucky.
oh
I
nice.
still haven't seen that.
It's funny.
Redneck heist movie during a NASCAR race. The whole entire cast is just so good at what they do, especially Daniel Craig.
He's the standout.
He's the standout for sure, but everybody's great in it. But Daniel Craig, and then I read a little bit of the trivia where because he's got such the heavy redneck, he was allowed to look however he wanted for that role. Soderbergh did not give him any clues. He just said, "You do what you want with this."
That's
So,
what you want.
Craig got to just do what he wanted with that character, and he fucking delivers. But the whole cast is great. Channing Tatum, Adam Driver, from the boys, Quaid.
Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid.
Quaid. Jack Quaid plays one of
Seth MacFarlane.
yes, Seth MacFarlane is hilarious. Sebastian Stan in there as well. Because Seth MacFarlane is like the owner of an energy drink company that's sponsoring a race car driver, and that's Sebastian Stan, who's like this pinnacle athlete driver. Like they show this whole thing where your body is your operating system. So I have clean software, and you see him doing yoga and all this shit. But right before the race, McFarlane being his sponsor, he's like, you got to take a drink of this. He's got his energy drink in Magnum bottles. So he takes like a big chug from it. Well, that throws off his glucose levels. So of course doesn't go well for him in the race, but that's a side plot because the heist is going on all around there, like underneath this.
Katie Holmes is in there too.
As Channing Tatum's ex. Yes.
I haven't seen this in so long. I forget most of the people that are in it.
I watched it 2 days ago again and that's probably my third time watching it this year alone.
Oh wow.
I go back to it a lot. There's just something about it that just makes me smile from start to finish.
I haven't seen it in so long, and I don't know why. I have so many movies.
That's just it. And every year we get more to add to the list.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, then, James. What's your number 3?
Number 2.
Can you beat? Okay, how about number 2?
Yes.
Can you beat his number 2?
Well, I think it's a better movie, but I don't know if it's a competition.
It's not a it's not a competition.
It's never a competition, especially if you're winning.
Exactly.
Mine's from 2002. It's called The Good Thief.
That sounds familiar.
It's a remake of Bob Le Flambeur. No, it's a Neil Jordan movie. It stars Nick Nolte as a Bob Le Flambeur. He's a thief living in Monte Carlo, and he arranges up a bunch of guys to rob a casino. And at the same time, when it all kicks off, he takes the one girl who's with them, and they're just gambling the whole night in the casino so that he's not implicated, and they end up winning enough money at the same time as his crew robs the casino that the casino can't pay them, but they also got the money. You got Ray Fiennes in there as a slimy what is he? He's a fence, I think.
I was gonna say those are literally the only two names I know on this cast list.
Well, there's the Polish brothers are in there.
Was there okay? So that was 2002. You said,
yeah.
Was there another remake of that like in the last couple of years?
It's not impossible, but this is the one that I know.
I just feel like there was the Good Thief, and like I'm picturing somebody like an Ian McKellen or something.
Let's see here.
Was he like the Good Englishman or something?
No, it was. I when you said Good Thief, I'm picturing something recent with like Ian McKellen and Helen Mirren or something.
Oh, that I know what you're talking about. That is.
There's one called Good Thief in 2021.
Who's in that?
Let me just pull that up. Peter Donahue.
Good Liar.
Good Liar is okay. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't know anybody on this cast list here. Right. Where the hell did this movie come from? Although this sounds good. A Detroit set crime noir thriller about three small-time thieves who rip off a neighborhood pawnbroker of his valuable baseball card collection, only to find out they've unleashed something much more sinister.
Was that The Sandlot?
This is The Good Thief.
The Good Thief.
Good Thief, not the.
What year's that?
2021.
Oh.
Cursed baseball cards? Demonically possessed baseball cards?
Oh, 3.4 on IMDb.
Ooh,
we are going to get, that's not even allowed on my screen.
Ooh.
Let's forget about it.
Now, I will say that just for shits and giggles, I watched a 4.6 movie today. So, but it's one of those guilty pleasure, stupid action flicks with Steven Seagal. So
that one's 3 point something. So, all right. My number 2 is a heist in a heist in a heist. And I consider it one of my favorite additions to the MCU.
Okay.
2015 Ant-Man.
Yeah, I did have it in consideration at one point. It was in my honorable mentions. So
yeah. And this one I watched the shit out of.
It is fun.
It's so charming.
I love Paul Rudd, and I love why am I blanking on his name now?
Michael Douglas. Oh, Michael Pena.
Michael Pena. There you go. Thank you.
The fact that we never did get Michael Pena's character telling us everything about the up to Avengers Endgame
yet.
Oh, you think they still could do that?
Maybe they'll do it leading up to Battle World.
They've admitted it exists.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I want to see that so bad because he's so good at when he retells.
I love those little clips, you know.
Which was weird when he. Have you seen the show Landman on Prime?
Yeah.
The new Taylor Sheridan flick?
That's Billy Bob, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Michael Pena's in it. Spoilers, only for the first episode. Then he gets blown up. But he's the complete straight man in it. Like, he's not goofy at all.
Outside of Yellowstone, that might be the best thing Taylor Sheridan's done after Yellowstone.
I like Tulsa King
good.
too. So
see, I love 1923.
I can't get into it.
Harrison Ford's in it too.
1888
you're
1883. 1883 was awesome, although it has its.
Tim McGraw and Faith Hill acted their asses off in that.
Oh yeah,
I haven't gone to the prequels yet. So
dude,
1883 is awesome.
Sam Elliott's in there. Tom Hanks has a cameo.
No, I did watch 1883. Yes,
yeah,
where they get to Montana. I have watched that one. Yes.
No, there's no question why you watched 1923.
I like Kate Blanchett or Helen Mirren. Sorry, Helen Mirren.
Yeah, 1923 is the one I haven't watched yet, and there is another one coming.
1944.
44?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And two spin-offs to Yellowstone.
Yeah, I'm so anxious for the 4/6 spinoff. I want
that's not one of them. There's one with Rip and Beth, and then there's one with possibly Casey.
Yeah.
The 4/6 with Jimmy was supposed to be coming.
It's been teased for so long, but nothing's concrete.
And then there's another one. I don't know. Is it Charlize Theron or Kate Blanchett? Or it's going to be a present day set one, but somewhere else. Anyway,
Yeah.
squirrel.
But Ant-Man.
But Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Yes.
Yes, Ant-Man
Yeah.
is...
And why was Michael Pena in the third Ant-Man?
Because they were in the quantum realm.
Well, not the entire time. Not the beginning and the end.
I don't know. Haven't watched it.
That could have been one of those whole, why wasn't Josh Brolin in Deadpool and Wolverine? Because there's just too much story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, you don't add fluff if you don't need it.
exactly.
Especially when you have Bill Murray.
As much fun as Michael Pena would have been, you know, it would have been fluff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, we are down to number 1. Jason.
Because I can't do one of these lists without bending the rules a little bit.
Oh, here we go. Some franchise.
Yes, the Oceans franchise.
The Oceans franchise.
One of my honorable mentions is
I
One
now when I say franchise, I'm talking 11, 12, 13. I don't include 8. 8 didn't work for me. I watched it once. It is what it is. But
it's
for them
fine.
to me, it didn't need to have the Oceans. You could have called it something else and it would have been fine.
And they barely connected it.
Exactly. That's my biggest gripe with it. Don't tag it in there just for the name recognition. Okay.
Hollywood would never do that.
But the 11, 12, and 13, I adore those movies. I watch them multiple times a year. And when I watch the first one, I end up watching the second and third one within a week or two.
Second one is my favorite.
I haven't watched them yet.
I'm
waiting till I find the first 10 and I'm going to watch all 13.
Hey, they're going to do
time.
14.
It would not surprise me. And, I'll be along for it because I like those movies. My favorite thing from them, and like there's so many great gags and the characters are great and their twists and everything. But my absolute favorite thing from it is just the evolution of Matt Damon's character from the first to the third.
I just love how much he gets picked on in the second one.
Yeah, but he's as the rookie in the first one, and then he's making moves and he kind of saves the day in the second one to being like one of the
guy.
Yeah, like he's with them at the airport at the end, like looking like one of them.
Plays.
The nose plays. And those twists with his parents and everything. Like, yeah. When I say I love heist movies, it's because of the Ocean's movies that I really got drawn to more heist movies.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I can honestly say that Ocean's 11 really got me into good heist movies.
I don't know what dragged me in.
Like I know I saw some before that, but Ocean's 11 is what really, I love this type of heist movie. Like this is the kind of movie I like.
What is the cast probably?
The cast is stellar. So
yeah, that does not hurt. Yes. Okay, then James, let's see you beat the Oceans trilogy.
Well, that's not fair.
Yeah, right.
But I'll match it with a movie from 2001 called Heist.
That's not fair. That's literally got it in the title.
Is this Gene Hackman?
This is the one. This is one we talked about last week.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
This is a David Mamet film. It's got Gene Hackman, Danny DeVito, Ricky Jay, Sam Rockwell, Delroy Lindo.
He mentioned it last week, and I need to find that one.
It's such a well written movie and actors.
I saw it when it first came out,
but
awesome. Literally I don't remember much about it.
Gene Hack. Everyone's got everyone has the best lines in the movie.
That's like a good writer
Gene
right
Hackman,
there.
He's just like, so how'd you figure this out? He's like, I tried to picture a guy smarter than me. I tried to think, what would he do? You got Delroy Lindo. It's like guy wore. He's talking about spirituality, and the guy's like, yeah, I had this guy. He kept his Bible next to his heart. He's like, and it stopped a bullet. He's like, no word of a lie, man. That Bible stopped a bullet. And if he had had another one in front of his face, he'd be alive today.
That's good. So I wish I could remember that. I think I have to revisit this.
That one completely missed. Like I never even heard of it until he mentioned it last week. So I definitely need to find that one.
It came out. I didn't see it in the theater, but it came out on DVD while I was working at Rogers. So the loop was on all the time. Especially when you got Danny DeVito saying, like, I don't want to do anything as dramatic as count to 3, but 1, 2.
Anything with Gene Hackman, I will just eat up.
Oh,
Sam Rockwell's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lineup sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to watch this again. It's so sad. I'm seeing pictures and I'm not remembering
Not to be confused with the 1989 movie called The Heist with Pierce Brosnan, which was okay.
He's got a new series out now too.
Pierce Brosnan?
Mobland. I've only watched the
Mobland.
first episode.
Is
so
he in
far.
that?
Yeah, he's
The one with Tom Hardy?
Yes, he's the boss of that family.
Really?
Yes,
Oh, I
him and Helen Mirren.
I
Is
knew
his
Helen
wife,
Mirren was in it. I didn't know
And-
Pierce Brosnan was.
and Tom Hardy's like his right hand man.
It's on my list. I'm gonna watch it. 'cause
I've
seen
only
some-
watched the first episode. So
Have
far.
you seen Havoc?
Not yet. No.
Oh, that is so violent.
Yeah.
Well, it's Gareth Evans, the guy who did the 2 Raid movies,
Okay.
and you get Tom Hardy, who's a corrupt cop, does side jobs for like, it's Forrest Whitaker, who's like a corrupt mayor or something, and his son gets wrapped up in this Chinese mobster who gets killed. So the whole town is after his son. So he gets Tom Hardy to go, get my son back, and you never have to see me again. But oh man, it's so violent.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Helen Mirren's in that one too. The Mobland.
Yep. She plays the wife.
Yeah, I want to see it.
And again, I've only seen the first episode, but I am really curious to see more of her character, particularly with Pierce Brosnan, because I kind of got a bit of a puppet master kind of feel in that first episode. So
Now I
Nice.
got to see it.
yeah,
Okay, so Heist.
Yes.
Heist.
Very good.
David Mamet.
And then lastly, mine.
I know what it is.
I think he does.
I do.
Is it Heat?
No,
No.
nope.
Ooh.
Nope.
Even better heist movie.
You need to go to a galaxy far, far away.
Rogue One.
Yeah,
The ultimate heist movie.
yeah. I knew that would be
The
there.
battle plans for the Death Star.
Yep.
My favorite Star Wars movie.
See, that's
It is a heist movie. Yes.
Shit.
which is unsequelable because everybody dies. Spoiler alert.
And
Yep.
so far, it's not very well prequelable.
Well, the sequel already came out 30 years ago.
No, I
40
know,
years ago.
but have you
Almost
been
50 years
have you
ago.
been watching Andor?
I know I haven't.
No,
It's just
I
a
haven't
lot
seen
of
the new
it's just
season.
it's just a lot of nothing so far. There's not one thing. There's one significant thing that happens in the first season of Andor, is that he joins the rebellion.
Yeah.
Bunch of shit that doesn't matter, and then season 2, there's a bunch of dancing and a bunch of nothing that's means anything.
The only thing I like in season 1 that I like a lot is the fact that he's in prison building the thing that will eventually kill him. That was neat.
Okay.
Well, yeah, and
The ultimate in irony right there.
Gollum's in there too.
Gollum.
Oh,
Yeah.
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis is in there.
Okay. No,
Stellan does a good job.
I haven't checked any of that out.
It just doesn't mean anything.
Any of it all?
Nope.
I like the first season,
The
but I haven't seen the second. So
the first season's fine. It's just nothing happens.
sure it does.
And
He
second
goes
season,
to prison and he gets out.
so far in the second season, I mean, he steals an advanced TIE fighter and he lands on Yavin, which you find out. But
Yavin. Fan service.
you know that doesn't end up being in Star Wars or Rogue One, so it doesn't matter.
Yavin was in Rogue One or in Star Wars.
But they didn't. A stolen TIE fighter wasn't.
No, and he would have died long before they got to Yavin. Well, no, he would have died right around when they got to Yavin.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he's on Yavin, he's close to dead.
Well, right now I'm partway through episode 4, and like they're dropping them in 4 3-episode chunks. The first 3 and they put it up on the screen. It's 4 years BBY before the Battle of Yavin. Second, 4, 5, and 6 is 3 years before the Battle of Yavin.
Oh,
the
they're
next one
doing
would
it
be
like
2 years.
that.
Yeah. For the first season was like not much time had passed. Second season, it covers the next few years.
So how many episodes are in season 2?
12. 3, 3, 3.
Oh, 3. Yeah, I guess if my math works.
But I've heard Saw Gerrera's coming back again. Oh yeah, I forgot. He shows up in season 1. I want them to explain how he gets the Darth Vader kind of breathing problem.
Yeah. I was curious about that myself.
Yeah. He's
Probably crossed a cat that he didn't like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Flargan. That's how it all happens.
I'm hoping it gets better.
Oh, so only half of it's out right now.
Yes.
Well, dang. Guess I gotta wait. Because I'm gonna binge it.
Yeah, it's probably the better way.
Yeah.
But Rogue One
Yes.
is phenomenal.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
It is my pinnacle heist movie for my list.
I that does not surprise me. I should have thought of that
Did
sooner.
not even
but
think of it.
no, I can definitely see why. Plus the Darth Vader scene. Come on.
Yes.
The hallway. Come on.
Yes.
Right at the end.
One of the
Oh,
most terrifying. Made Darth Vader scary again. So
exactly.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, those are good lists.
Well, let me just run down my honorable mentions real
Go
quick.
for it.
Okay. I do like the Now You See Me movies, but they didn't quite make the top 5, and I
Yeah.
am really looking forward to the next one. So
Now you
Yeah, I
see me,
saw
now
it's-
you don't.
I saw a trailer for it. It's
Yeah.
not bad.
yeah. The Italian Job came up. Thomas Crown Affair.
Oh,
Pierce
yeah.
Brosnan.
That was so
I need to
much
rewatch
fun.
it. It's been a few years
So
now.
do
So I did have Fast 5 on here. I did have Reservoir Dogs on here.
Technically, it's a heist movie.
I don't go back to it enough. The first Mission Impossible movie.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to admit, practically any James Bond movie is a heist movie
At some point, yeah, pretty much.
because they're all trying to steal something.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Real McCoy, which I mentioned last week,
Yeah.
because the Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer. Yeah.
And I did have Heat on here. That's a recency thing, but that's more of a cat and mouse. The heist is
There's multiple
yes,
heists. in
there's a
that one,
heist,
too.
yes, but it's not the kind of heist I dig. And so, but Heat is still a phenomenal. It is a phenomenal movie.
Oh, that is so good.
I had honorable mentions. I had Ocean's 12 because it's my favorite of those 3.
Someone took care of all of that for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had the Arnold Schwarzenegger Sabotage because that movie sort of opens with a heist, and then the rest of the movie is the team turning on each other, killing each other because who took the money? I took
Yep.
the money. I took it. It's Arnold who took it.
Spoilers.
Oh.
Now I don't got to watch it.
I'm the majority in the amount of people who watch the movie. I like it.
I've never even heard of it, so
Really, it's a David Ayer movie, and it is a stacked cast, and nobody watched it.
never heard of it.
Movies like that baffle me.
Yeah,
It's like, how can you have such an amazing cast in a movie and nobody even knows it was made or
Yeah.
that it came out?
Oh,
yeah, and there's no reason why it didn't get distribution. It barely got a release, and
so it did get theatrical.
maybe
When did it come out?
What was it called again?
Sabotage came out 2014.
So
It
that's-
kept getting pushed and pushed.
Sam
Here.
Worthington.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sam Worthington, Terrence Howard, Olivia Williams, Joe Manganiello, Josh Holloway, Martin Donovan. Yeah, there's
2014 is before everything went straight to streaming. So
This is also it's 5.7 on IMDb. That might have played a part in it.
that would play a big part of it.
heavily cut by the studio.
That shouldn't matter theoretically.
Anyway, I like it. Opens with a heist, and it's pretty brutal. And my other one was Takers. I love Takers.
Takers.
That's the one with Paul Walker,
Okay.
Idris
Yep,
Elba.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a big fan of that one. It's fun.
I've seen chunks of it. One of my niece was a big Paul Walker like junkie.
Yeah,
So they had like 3 or 4 Paul Walker movies that were on constant rotation every time we came by their house.
this was several years before he died too.
Is
Michael
that-
Pena's in there. Matt Dillon's in there.
Zoe Saldana,
Zoe Saldana, T.I.
Hayden Christensen,
Yeah. He gets a
Oh.
nice fight scene.
and Chris Brown.
and Chris Brown.
Yeah. Oh, and Matt Dillon.
Yep.
That's quite the Nicholas Turturro.
Yeah.
Okay, why do I remember that name, but I can't see his picture?
Oh, you know him.
It's going to be a bad thing for me to point out, Rob, but you haven't checked the comments in a while. We left Alfonso hanging
Oh,
probably.
shit.
Oh, snap.
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
No.
Nice. I want to watch it now.
I thought maybe we left him hanging.
Nope, not this time.
Okay.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next
Yes. All righty.
time.
Excellent list.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Heist movies, I'm telling you, my favorite genre.
That is good. Now I want to watch Rogue One again. And I want to watch all the ones I haven't watched that you guys watched.
I want to find. I need to find Heist.
Yeah.
I got to find that one.
All right. There we go. All gone. Okay. Well, in that case, for another fun week at the Movie Madhouse, I'm Rob.
I'm James.
I'm Jason.
And we'll see you all later.
Toodles.
Shut up!